Welcome to Launching the Pilot with your hosts, Brian and Paul.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the
Hello,
Addams
and welcome to Launching the Pilot, episode 189.
Season 189.
And this time is... Oh, sorry, it's all spooky, shouldn't I? Because this is
Well,
for our... sorry. Yeah.
That's what you normally say.
Because this is our Halloween episode.
This is Halloween, yes, and I noticed you've got the weather in, it's raining, it's windy, we've got the sound effects.
Yeah, it's so unusual
It's
for
June.
Britain as well.
It's June. Yes.
It's nice to have the break from the 90-degree temperatures all the time.
Well, you can't all the time, it's just every day. You
Yeah,
really
it just
can't.
gets a bit much, doesn't it?
Well,
So this episode we thought to do the Addams Family.
indeed.
Da-da-da-da.
Which, if you remember, was played at my wedding.
Yes, it was.
It was our wedding tune. Yeah.
I take thee, Lurch.
Yeah. She did. Right.
And this was 64 to 66.
Yep, I did write that down somewhere.
2 seasons, 64 episodes. First episode is The Addams Family Go to School.
That's correct.
And this is based on a comic strip, I believe, isn't it?
I honestly have no idea where they got the idea from.
Yeah. You got Caroline Jones as Morticia, John Aston as Gomez,
Yeah.
brilliant, the best Gomez. Jackie Coonan as Uncle Fester, Lisa Lauren as Wednesday, Ken Weatherwax as Pugsley, Ted Cassidy as Lurch, and Marie Blake as Grandmama.
Grandmama.
Yeah, I forgot about her. I completely forgot about her being in
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
No, I knew they were all there, but and who played Thing?
It was Ted Cassidy.
It was Thing. It was Thing that played Thing.
Yeah, it's Thing, isn't it, on the
Yeah,
credits?
yeah.
But it was actually Ted Cassidy. And sometimes it'd switch hands to see if people noticed. Oh, it's a right one.
And the left one.
Yeah, and a left one. did Thing have feet?
No, I don't think so.
No, it just it did have an arm though.
Occasionally, yeah, you got beyond the wrist occasionally,
Yeah.
and then how far you needed to reach.
Yeah. So this starts off with the mailman.
Well, I got the famous song.
Oh, well, the song is.
You got to start off with the famous song, isn't it?
I'm going to be playing it on it anyway,
Oh,
so.
right, okay, yeah, copyright issues and things. But yeah, no, it's fine.
No, it doesn't matter. No.
But yeah, we got Postman, Mailman, yeah.
And did you recognise him from anything? He's popped up quite a few times, but I've seen him in Star Trek.
Oh.
He was Jack the Ripper in Star Trek.
I see.
Yeah.
No wonder Thing I went after him.
They blamed Scotty, but it was him all the time.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But yes, Mailman, he goes to deliver and Thing, because it is Thing, it's the hand.
It's the hand.
What do we call it? But he
Grabs the mail.
grabs
off
the
of
mail,
him. Yeah. And the truant officer is walking past.
Yeah.
We'll find out it's the truant officer.
Yeah.
And he goes, and the mailman, "You're not going in there, are you?" He goes, "Yeah."
He goes, well, good luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Hilliard, isn't it? I
It
think
is
it's
Hilliard.
later on it's explained, but yeah. And the gate sort of opens itself, and then as he's walked through it, locks
Shuts itself,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he sort of double takes it. And, oh, okay. Walks up to, is it the porch, isn't it?
It's
in
the
America?
porch, yes.
And he pulls the doorbell.
That's right, because
Is
it
this like
pulls
a
all the
pull
way. It's a
thing,
pull
isn't
one.
it? Yeah. And it pulls himself back in again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wednesday, who again we don't know, but we do know it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Answers the door, little girl. Yeah.
And she's very little. I didn't realise she was
No,
quite so
I didn't.
young.
Really. Yeah, because you keep getting. Is it Christine Ricci? In
That's
your
right.
Head?
Yeah.
Or Ricci. Okay.
Yeah.
That's her name. So you can't keep thinking that.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be 8
Yeah.
in this, and
Of course, when they made the films,
Yeah.
Hollywood movie. She's
a lot older, yeah.
a lot older, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so she answers the door and she invites him in, doesn't
Yes.
she? She goes, oh.
Well, hello. You must be one of the Addams children.
I'm Wednesday.
I'm Mr. Hilliard. Are your parents at home?
They're always at home.
I'd like to see them,
You mean you want to come in?
if you don't mind.
Can I speak to your parents? And he says, oh yeah, you want to come see Mother, isn't it, or something? I can't remember who she says to come see, but
Yeah,
she invites him in.
And Pugsley comes down the stairs. And he goes, "Oh, you're the other child of the household."
Yes.
He goes, "Who's 10, I
Yeah.
believe." And he goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Wednesday, look, I fixed your doll for you."
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And he gives her a doll with a head on it.
Yeah. And she goes, he goes, it's got no head. She goes, yeah, it's a Marie Antoinette doll.
Yeah.
And he says something about history. And she goes, oh yeah, Grandmama teaches.
Grandmama's been teaching them all about the history of the Revolution.
But he
French
goes
Revolution.
in, the main thing, he's in the hallway, isn't it? It's covered in cobwebs. There's like, what they call guillotines, Iron Maidens, sort of
right.
all this.
It's nice and gloomy. They like it.
And he walks in and he walks across the rug.
Yeah.
And the rug growls at him.
Doesn't he?
It's a polar bear, I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it growls at him. And he's looking around and there's a man being ate by a fish.
Shark, I think it is.
Is it shark?
I think it's a shark, yeah.
There's ravens. They've got a bird cage with ravens in it.
Yeah. And they go to like the greenhouse bit, don't they?
Yes, go see Mum.
This is where Morticia is.
Yes.
And she's...
Morticia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, still to this day.
And
she's walking round and suddenly this plant grabs him.
It does,
and
yeah.
she goes, oh, my African strangler's perked up. Yeah. He must really like you.
Yeah, it's really got attached to you.
Yeah. Because she's going on about, oh, I don't know what my hemlock, it's all gone wrong, and she's naming basically all these poisonous plants.
And she goes to him, "You're not allergic to hemlock, are you?"
Yeah.
She wafts it in front of his nose.
Yeah. And he says about, the children's education. She went, well, you need to speak to the man of the house. That's Gomez.
Just to speak to my husband.
And
suddenly Lurch is there.
Well, no, she goes to pull the bell chain, then she goes, oh, you may want to hold on to something.
Oh, yeah,
and she
right.
pulls it, and it's the loudest bell you've ever... But it's a noose, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a noose, yeah. And
the whole house shakes. Yeah, and then Lurch is suddenly there.
Yeah. And he thinks it's Mr. Addams at first.
Yes.
He goes, well, maybe I better discuss it with you. He's going to Morticia, and Lurch goes, just puts his great big hand on it, doesn't he?
He just carries, pushes or drags him off to see Gomez.
Oh, I'd love to discuss that with you, Mr. Hilliard. But you see, I can't. You must speak to my husband. The law is his responsibility.
That's quite a bell.
Yes, Gomez is very fond of it. But we can never use it when we have a cake in the oven.
Hello, Mr. Addams. I didn't hear you come in.
Lurch is our butler. He will take you to Mr. Addams.
Couldn't I just stay here? I'm sure you and I can settle this matter. On the other hand, perhaps it would be better to see Mr. Addams.
Follow me.
Now, Gomez is playing with his train set, isn't he? And he's watching them go round and round, and he,
And Mr. Hilliard says,
he's watching it.
I think they're going to crash.
Yeah, he goes, do you really?
Yeah. Then he has a stick with a little dynamite thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A plunger. And he blows the trains up. And he goes,
blows it all up. Yeah. And he says, do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
This is my favourite part, isn't it?
Yeah.
And again, he says about the children's education.
He goes, Mama.
Mama does it all.
Teaches the kids everything.
Yeah. Go see Mama.
Yeah.
So Lurch takes him off to see Grandma, isn't it? And Grandma is...
But Gomez goes with them as well.
Oh, yes.
And she's with Uncle Fester. They're playing darts.
They're playing darts with stiletto blades, aren't they?
Yeah.
Daggers, basically.
Daggers.
Yeah.
More or less. So they've got an outline on the back of the door. They're throwing them at the face and that.
Yes.
And as they open it, of course, well, the knife goes towards it.
Yes.
And she say to him, "Oh, that's really good. Now try to go for the eyes."
Yeah.
and of course, Hilliard thinks it's him.
Yeah.
So he runs off.
He runs off, yeah.
What can I do for you?
It's about sending the children to school.
Oh, Mama's in charge of the education. She's in the guest room playing darts with Uncle Fester.
But they've got to go to school. Everybody sends their kids to school.
Ridiculous. Why have children just to get rid of them? I'm opposed to the whole nonsense.
But don't you want them to learn?
Learn, you say? Look at that. Little Wednesdays.
Spiders.
Pedigree. Ever know a child who could raise thoroughbred spiders?
No.
There you are.
But I was referring to more formal learning. Reading.
What is there for a 6-year-old to read?
But someday she'll be 26.
See you then.
Mr. Addams, surely you want your youngsters to be like other children?
But they are. You should see little Pugsley wrestling with his octopus.
A live octopus?
He's all boy.
What if he bites him?
Mr. Hilliard, Pugsley doesn't bite.
Now, he's now in front of, like, the school board, I
Yes,
suppose it
that's
is.
right. Yeah,
and
it's
he's
the
telling them, he
headmistress.
goes, whatever happens, I never want to go back to that house. Leave the kids, they're fine.
Sherwood School.
Just leave them alone, they're absolutely fine. Don't, I never ever want to go back to that school again.
In that house, yeah.
And then,
And then he rushes off.
yes.
Then he comes back and says, "That's the cupboard."
Yes.
And because these people start looking at each other, thinking, "I didn't know he drunk."
Yeah.
That crazy plant grabbed me, and you should have seen how happy he was when he blew up the bridge. And that big monster they call a butler. He would have frightened Frankenstein.
Now, Mr. Hilliard, really?
I was there. That knife was aimed straight at my heart.
Now, calm down.
But I got away.
Please try and pull yourself together. Mr. Hilliard, if you'll take my advice, you'll go home and lie down for a while.
If you take my advice, you'll leave those Addams kids right where they are.
Now, cuts back to the house, and Morticia's cutting flowers off the heads of these.
Yes.
She goes, "Oh, they're such lovely thorns.
They're so much bigger this year, the fawns." And Gomez says, "Oh yeah, you really have your way with these plants." And she says, "Oh, it just reminds me of our honeymoon in Death Valley."
Yeah. Oh, she calls him. He calls her Tish.
Yes.
Calls her Tish. Yeah. Tells her all about our honeymoon. Yes. And Gomez starts getting fruity, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of kissing up and down the arm.
Yeah,
and
which is a whole thing throughout the whole series of this. And now that they're in the parlour, the front room, I don't know what they call it, and Lurch is playing on the
harpsichord.
Yes, on the harpsichord. And Morticia wanders over to him, doesn't she? She goes, "Oh, I've had enough of this."
Yeah.
She taps him, and he starts playing some sort of jive music.
Yeah, and she does quite a nice dance.
Yeah, she does, yeah. She jives off, and Lurch is going for it, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then
Gomez
comes back and goes, no.
Taps him again. They knock him on the head.
Yeah.
And he
just sort of carries on playing whatever it was, some sort of dirge.
It's got a jukebox Lurch. But there's a letter from the Thing. Not from the Thing, from Thing.
Thing hands Wednesday the mail.
Yeah.
School wants the kids.
And she said, "Oh, well, I must have made a really good impression."
Yes.
They insist they go to school.
And this is where Uncle Fester says, "Well, I want to go."
Yeah.
He goes, "Well, you can't." He goes, "Well, I want to."
Yeah.
"No, you can't." He goes, "But I can do so many things. Look, I've got 280 odd volts through it."
Go over and do it.
She goes, "Look," and he gets a bulb, doesn't he?
Sticks in his mouth.
And he goes, "Look, I can even make it fade on and off."
I think she says to him, "You have many talents."
Yeah. But you're not coming.
But Gomez isn't happy. He goes, "What will I do all day without the kids?"
Yes.
It's for you, Mommy.
Thank you, darling. Oh, isn't that sweet?
What is it, Tish?
The Sherwood School insists that we enroll the children immediately. You must have made a very good impression on that Mr. Hilliard.
Morticia, you can't send the children to school. I'll be lost without them.
Gomez, I've seen little Wednesday looking out the fence at the other children. I think she wants to play with them.
Well, she didn't get that from my side of the family.
School? I never went to school, and look how I turned out.
Uncle Fester, Looks, charm, and personality aren't everything. There's such a thing as learning and accomplishment.
Accomplishment? Who else do you know that's 110 volts? Watch.
Yes, I need them here.
Yeah. But they all go to the school together, don't they? And as they're on their way in, Mr. Hilliard walks into the room, doesn't he? He's oh my God, just runs straight out again. Yeah.
And they go, oh, the booze. Then one of them spells out the word booze, and Wednesday he says, oh, that spells booze.
Yeah. The kids, they leave for class, don't they?
Yeah, they're going back to his home, and he's pacing, isn't he? He's looking at his watch. He goes, how long do they keep him there? All night? He goes,
yes. Yeah.
But Wednesday runs in, and she's upset.
Oh no, he goes, well, if they'd let Pugsley drive, they would have been home by now.
That's right.
And you hear this car screech. Oh, maybe they did. And, yeah, Wednesday comes running in crying.
She's very upset.
She's very upset, and they go upstairs and find out, and she said it was horrible, Dad, and all the stories.
Yeah.
And what was that? They killed the nice dragon.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, this is outrageous.
Yeah, he got a Pugsley gives him the book they gave him, which is Grimm's Fairy Tales.
Yeah, and first of all he goes, well, it's just a nice family name, isn't it? And then they start looking at it.
Guess why they push that nice woman into that fireplace?
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah. So he
terrible
says,
children.
Shall we put a hex on the school governor?
Yeah.
He said, now we have Telstar.
Yeah.
Which I thought was great, wasn't it?
We can do it anywhere in the world.
Yeah, now we have Telstar.
Because he can get hold of his witch doctor at any time or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 minutes after 3 and they're not here yet. Are they going to keep them there for night school?
Mez, a watched cauldron never bubbles.
They'll be here by now if they let Pugsley drive. By Jove, I think they did. Wednesday. What is it, Wednesday? What is it? There.
Father, it was terrible. They killed him.
Mr. Hilliard?
The dragon.
The dragon. Who killed the dragon?
A knight in shining armor. He killed the dragon.
I can't believe anyone would kill a dragon.
Poor defenseless dragon.
That isn't all. You ought to hear some of the other stories in her book.
Let me see that, darling.
Oh, yeah, so Morticia invites Mr. Hilliard over.
Yeah, because they say no more school for the children. Then Morticia says, what about the other children?
Yes, it's our duty to try and
get this book
banned, sort of thing. You know, and
I'll speak to that nice Mr. Hilliard. I'll get Lurch to send to go and get him.
And the next scene is Lurch is walking through with Hilliard in his arms, and he's just bringing him in. And
yeah, got Hilliard meets with them.
Oh yes, because she's looking at the children. You got nice, clean, sharp nails.
That's right. Yeah.
Lurch drops Hilliard off, obviously.
Yeah. And he agrees with them, doesn't he? Oh, Hilliard, obviously, he says, "Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, well, they ring the bell first, don't they?
All right.
Because Mama and Uncle Fester have been cooking.
That's right.
But yeah, he tries to get up and leave, doesn't he? But the thing sort of grabs him and pulls him back down again.
And he doesn't, where his hands come from. They come out the little box.
And you say they're trying to talk to him and say, this book's terrible. How can you let this?
And he just is saying anything to get out of there. So he starts agreeing with him.
I agree. He goes, well, you need to relax. He goes, well, I've got a nice rack. I've just had it come back. It's all nice,
oiled up. All that, the creaks and are all back in now.
Are all back in. Yeah.
Mr. Hilliard, you're a bundle of nerves. Isn't there something we can do for him, Gomez?
Of course. The rack. That stretching. So relaxing. Lurch?
You rang.
A rack for Mr. Hilliard.
No, please! I just had it overhauled. I got all the squeaks back in.
If I've caused any trouble.
Oh, we're not really blaming you, Mr. Hilliard.
But there are some things we just can't tolerate.
Like what?
Like violence.
Well, what's wrong with a little violence?
The kind they're teaching the children at school.
You did say teaching the children in school?
Come now, Mr. Hilliard. Let's not pretend.
Have you read your friend Grimm lately?
Those harmless little fairy tales.
Harmless? Killing a poor, defenseless dragon?
There are no real dragons.
What gave you that impression? And what about that Hansel and Gretel?
Little Hansel and Gretel, little juvenile delinquents, pushing sweet old ladies into hot ovens.
And he's trying to tell them that they're harmless fairy tales. And he goes, well, the poor dragon and Hansel and Gretel. But he's had enough, hasn't he?
So he just agrees.
Yeah, and the thing does put his hat back on his head.
Yeah.
Again, he's like, well, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
And that he leaves.
Yeah, then we find out the school rings to say they have also agreed.
Well, no, because I think it cuts to another scene. You got Fester and Mama playing cards.
Oh, that's right.
You're not even cheating.
Yeah,
he goes, I'm all over the place. I can't help it.
Can't think straight. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's saying the phone rings and Thing answers it. Or Thing picks it up, doesn't he? Yeah.
Morticia answers. Yeah. And she says, "Oh, it's the school. They've agreed.
Yeah.
The children can go back to school now." And that's sort of the end of the episode, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So that's all wrapped up nicely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thing. Hello? Yes. Wonderful. Yes, the children will be in school tomorrow. Thank you. That was that nice Mr. Hilliard. He said the school board accepted our ideas enthusiastically.
Really? Well, now, Mr. Hilliard may be right. We may have saved the world.
Do you think we did the right thing?
I still enjoy it.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't work out, because obviously when we do the next one, which one was first?
This one was first.
I thought it might have been.
Only by a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously at the same year.
As the Monsters.
As the Monsters, yeah, we're going to do the Monsters.
Monsters next, but this, yeah. But yeah, it came out a week before the Monsters did.
Yeah. Yeah. Again.
And I think some people have said because of this is because Universal, they released all of their movies onto TV around this time.
All right.
So you know, like the original Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And Dracula and all that. So there was sort of an interest for it. So that's why suddenly comes sort of a craze to get this.
Yeah, because suddenly to have two shows appear at the same time. Yeah. I never realised they were. But I knew they were out at the same time-ish, but I didn't realise it was so close.
No, I didn't either.
I thought, it's about a year between the two, whichever one came first, and then the other studios went, "Oh, that sounds good. We'll do that."
Yeah, copy that. But no, that's all very
obviously
close.
they came up with the same idea at the same time. But
so you rang, my lord, yes. Or you rang. It was an ad lib because he wasn't supposed to have any speaking lines, Lurch.
Okay.
So then they thought, oh well, yeah. Because it got a good reaction, they decided to keep it.
He doesn't do much else. The only other thing is...
Yeah, but he was in every episode, so...
Yeah.
He was also in Star Trek, wasn't he? He tried to kill Kirk.
Yes.
As a giant robot.
Yes.
Or android.
He's big.
What Little Girl's Made Of, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I do remember the one, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big man.
He is a very big man.
He was a very big man, yeah.
And John Astin was originally asked to play Lurch.
Okay.
And he thought, I can't wear them lifts all the time, and this. He says, he said, I'm going to turn it down. But when they got him to for a dinner, they decided to give him, because Lurch was going to be the focus of it, the butler Lurch. But then when John Astin said he wanted to play Gomez, they said, oh, okay, we'll make him the focus instead.
Yeah.
Pugsley was originally called Prubit.
Okay.
But I thought it sounded rude.
Yeah. Yes.
And look, obviously Wednesday's after the nursery rhyme. Friday's child is...
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday's is full of woe.
Yeah, woe. Yeah.
Woe. Yeah. There's a few little facts I found as I was going along.
I'm sure there's a lot of facts.
There's tons.
Yeah,
I did also watch, because YouTube, the new Addams Family.
I saw it was on there.
And it's a remake of this one.
Right.
Scene for scene with worse jokes.
It's colour as well,
It's colour.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. I don't know if it's 80s or 90s. It certainly doesn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah, I did see it there, and I can't do that.
You should have watched it because it's awful. And the one who plays Gomez, it's got no charisma at all.
Yeah.
Where's John? I can't know. John Aston is.
Yeah, he plays it so well.
He's just brilliant as Gomez.
I mean, it's the first episode, and everything is there straight away, isn't it? As we always say, the Americans certainly put their money into these first episodes.
Yeah.
They got the set right, they got everything right, haven't they?
Yeah, it looks the part, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And Morticia.
Of course, Sean Astin is John Aston's son, who was in Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Sam. Yes, I ain't got any more facts than that, because I had a lot to do. There wasn't a lot of time.
It is what it is.
Yes.
And it is very, very good at what it is.
Yes, and it doesn't date as much as some sitcoms would at,
yeah, but the thing
time.
with the Addams Family is, obviously we will discuss the Munsters. The Munsters are based on famous monsters.
Yes.
But the Addams Family aren't at all.
No, but it was I'm sure it was a comic strip before it was a...
They are just based on a family that is...
strange.
Yeah, macabre
sort
of thing. Yeah. I mean, Uncle Fester's possibly the only one that you could sort of mad monk sort of thing, isn't he? Because he always seems to dress as a monk, doesn't he? It's that sort of habit, sort of brownie...
Yeah, I thought it's just a big coat, but...
I think it's sort of monk sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not...
But yeah, they're not typical Gauls or...
And Mama's a bit of a witch, isn't she?
Yeah.
She can...
Because they do cook up potions and stuff.
She does cook up some potions, but they're just macabre.
Yeah.
Whereas the Munsters are monsters, basically.
Yes, they are, yeah.
Lurch, you can see they're kind of looking at Frankenstein.
Kind of, but it's not.
But he's not, no.
No. He's just very, very tall.
He is very tall and very pale, and even in black and white.
White looks pale.
Yeah, he comes across as paler. Yeah.
I've seen I've seen two of the movies they did.
Well, I know the famous one, obviously, Christina Ricci and
and then they did one, Addams Family Values.
Oh yeah, Addams Family Values.
They had a little. I think they called him Prue Brick, didn't they? The kid.
I think they did.
Yeah. So obviously that's where the name come back from.
Angelica Houston, isn't
yes,
it?
Oh yeah.
Morticia.
That's it. I didn't see the third one with Daryl Hannah as Morticia.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, Tim Curry as Gomez.
No.
You know, the value's going cheaper.
Yeah, no. Well, they're just about to release the cartoon version.
That's right, there's a new one coming out very soon.
Pixar-ish sort of thing.
And it's got to be for Halloween, I take it.
Yeah. He probably isn't Pixar, but it's that sort of animation, isn't it? It's that sort of brought up to date.
Computer animation.
Yeah, computerised. But
obviously there was a cartoon series as well. Everyone's got cartoon series.
We will probably come back to it at some
eventually.
point. Yeah, eventually.
I've built it up a few again.
Oh, there, so you have. Yeah,
there'll be a cartoon special.
Yeah, and the Munsters is a cartoon as well.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Found that mini Munsters.
Because I'll try and remember who had the car. And it's the Munsters.
It's the Munsters that had the car. Yeah, because this was the thing, isn't it? We haven't done the Munsters yet. But the Addams Family don't seem to leave the house an awful lot.
No.
But the Munsters did.
They were always off here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, hence the car.
Yeah, because Gomez is a lawyer, isn't he? Yeah.
Supposed to be.
But you don't see him.
No. I mean, there are episodes.
So
this one they went to the school.
Yeah.
But
it's still a set, isn't it? One set to another set.
Yeah, they don't seem to leave the house as much. Maybe I'm wrong. They go in the garden.
To remember, isn't it?
No, they go in the garden and bits and bobs and Cousin It.
Yeah.
Cousin It turns up, doesn't it? The hairball.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, just the hat. And other characters do come in, but I don't remember them leaving the house as much.
Yes.
But it's very well done.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed watching it again. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I know I did watch it, but I can't remember anything really about it apart from the main characters.
Yeah, you remember.
And that's probably because of the film more than the series.
I just remember the characters. I couldn't tell you any of the stories. Just people turn up every now and again for whatever reason they turn up for. But yes, shall we mark this then?
I suppose we should.
Well, I'm going to have to go high because it is very good. I'm going to go... I'll go 9.
9?
I'm going to go a 9. I don't... Yeah. Well, that and Morticia.
This was made before you were born.
I don't care, but it's got...
Yeah. Well, I think I'll go an 8.
Well, yeah, I was going to go 8.5, but no, I'm going. No, damn it, I'm going there. I'm going for it. I'm in that mood.
I think our scores again. Well, obviously last week we were doing Otherworld, which didn't get high score.
No, no, it never will. Even in another
If
world.
Morticia had been in it,
It would have got higher. I'm not saying
few
it
more
would
points.
have. It would have got a few more points, but I don't think anything would have saved that.
did you like Nova? No,
No.
not for you. You're against Serpentix.
Especially when they talk back.
Yeah. I'm sure you could take the voice box out.
Ah, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
So next week we're doing
Well, I think we've told everyone what
the
we're
monsters.
doing.
That'd be a
We're doing
surprise,
the
won't
monster.
it?
Yes, why not? Until next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully it might stop raining.
I think it'll still be raining
No,
next
it's
week.
a fair chance, yeah. It's Halloween.
Yeah.
June.
I put the rain effect in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like it's really raining.
Yeah, I'm getting wet.
That's a different story.
Yeah, that's Morticia again.
Ba-ba-ba-boom. 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 Ba-ba-ba-boom.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream. The Addams Family.
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
They're neat,
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
sweet.
Ba-ba-ba-boom. Ba-ba-ba-boom.
Oh, they're so petite. So get her with your shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay